Here's another absolutely crazy chess composition by Wotawa. It's white to play and win the game. And that in itself looks like an exaggeration. Let, let me just introduce you to the position. What's happening in this position? Well, you can see that there is a outside passed pawn for black, which is about to promote in 3 moves. And at the surface, at least, it seems like white has no way to stop it. Right? That's how it seems. And believe me, the move is absolutely crazy, the key move. So let's have a look at what happens if you normally play a move like f4. Looks alright, isn't it? There's an idea. You're supporting bishop e5 to come. For example, a3, e6. Now obviously, he's going to take with the pawn. Because king takes, there is a problem. After king takes, there is the move king to g6, threatening a mate. So let's go back. He takes with the pawn over here, allowing the move bishop to e5. Oh, on the surface again, it looks winning, but there's a problem. a2, bishop takes pawn, king takes on f4, and basically once you attack the bishop has to move. At the same time, the bishop has to stop the pawn from promotion. e4, and now you'll see that actually black is just in time to exchange all the pawns, eliminate all the pawns, and this is basically just a draw. So let's go back. f4 doesn't really work over here. f4 doesn't really win. In fact, it's just a draw. Now you might ask, what about e6 instantly? The problem is d into e6, bishop f8, trying to go to h6 and then trying to go to c1. The problem here is a3, bishop g7, e5. You support your own pawn and stop the bishop from going over there. At the same time, if you go something like bishop h6, the pawn this time won't be able to you won't be able to stop the pawn. Like let's say bishop h6, you just go a2 and you cannot stop the pawn. That's the problem, right? So even e6 is not working, f4 is not working. What's the first move? The first move is incredibly difficult to find and understand. The first move is king to h6. This move is destined to be the agent of black's king's eventual destruction. Now how is this even logical? What's the point behind this move, king h6? It's actually the point is to control the g5 square. As you will see why this is so important. All right, black plays the move pawn e3. He's just going to simply promote his pawn. How are you going to stop it? Well, now you play the move pawn to e6. The point is, can the king really capture? Not really, because now we play the move king to g6, and after a2, pawn a2, here we play f4, and as soon as you promote, well, what do we have here? We have a simple move f5, and that's a beautiful checkmate, wonderful checkmate over here, right? So let's go back. After the move e6 is a line clearance. Now d into e6 is forced, and now you play the move. Now this is one of the most phenomenal moves after king h6, obviously. Bishop to e5, sacrificing the bishop. Now the point is, if you try to go forward, let's say with the pawn, then we simply take the pawn, and this time white is completely winning. All right, let's go back. Because the pawn is on f2 and not on f4, so white won't be able to, like over here, white won't be able to a2, bishop into d4. In the last variation, in the first variation, we were able to see that king was able to capture the f pawn. This time it's not able to do that because the pawn is still on f2. That's a slight and subtle difference, and that's why bishop e5 is an incredible move. Now the thing is, as he's going to take the pawn, you must capture the bishop. And here's the point. This was the entire point of putting the king on h6 in the first place. You have the access to the g5 square, and now you play the move king to g5. Incredibly, there's no way to stop the checkmate. I mean, there is no speedy recovery for back's king, and there's no way to prevent f2 f4 in this position. a2 f4 is simply a mate. I mean, this is unimaginable from the starting position. Can you even think that in the next 5 moves the king will be checkmated or the pawn will be completely stopped? It looked like an impossible position to solve, at least on the first side. So brilliant move. Let me just take you through it again. King f6, king h6, the first brilliant move with the idea of controlling the g5 square. And this was my absolute favorite move, bishop to e5. Simply phenomenal. It's kind of an attraction, a kind of a decoy. And the moment the king captures, which he has to, then you go king g5. Another magical problem by Wotawa. Hope you enjoyed it. This was phenomenal. Thank you for watching, and do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time, see you guys.